Hey everybody, my screencast today is titled Why Smart People Believe Weird Things. It's an article by Michael Shermer, and he also wrote a book called Why People Believe Weird Things. I found the idea for this article on a talk that Michael Shermer gave at a TED convention. And these conventions are just huge conventions where people come and give short 15 to 20 minute presentations, and I found his talk on this tedtalk.com, and you can see the link for it right there. Now, the purpose of his article was just to give a lot of different theories as to why people believe weird things. Everybody believes in different things for different reasons. Even the smartest people have some of the weirdest, strangest theories from time to time. So Michael Shermer is interested in the question of how we came to believe in such weird things and why we hold on to these theories even when there's little evidence or even evidence against our theories. So to begin talking about this topic, we first need to have a definition of what weird is. And I went to freedictionary.com and I found the definition of weird is of, relating to, or suggestive of preternatural or supernatural, of a strikingly odd or unusual character, strange. So that's the freedictionary.com definition, and Shermer also gave a definition in his article, which he said is a claim that is not supported by most experts in a field. The claim is either logically impossible or highly unlikely. The evidence for the claim is either unreliable or unsupported. Not only do we need to know what weird is, but we also need to know Shermer's definition of what smart people are. So his criteria, he said, is different types of achievement criteria that most would agree, and that the researchers show requires a minimum level of intelligence. And these include things like graduate degrees, especially the PhDs, university positions, especially at recognized and reputable institutions, being professors, things like that, and people who write peer-reviewed publications. So this is just kind of people that Shermer describes as smart people. And here's just kind of a funny quote that Michael Shermer says in his article before he starts talking about all the ways or all the reasons why people believe the things that we do. And he says, "Are the cognitive elite protected against the nonsense that passes for sense in our culture? Is flapdoodle the fodder for only fools? The answer is no. The question is why." And this is just the question that he's trying to answer. Why do we believe the things that we do? So here is a list of the different ways that he thinks that people come by our beliefs. He says that we come by our beliefs for a variety of reasons. There's empirical evidence and logical reasoning, genetic predispositions, parental predilections, sibling influences, peer pressures, educational experiences, and life impressions. And he says that these, in the conjunction with numerous social and cultural influences, lead us to make certain belief choices. He says that rarely do any of us just sit down before a table of facts and weigh them pro and con and choose the most logical and rational belief, regardless of what we previously believed. He says instead, the facts of the world come to us through the colored filters of theories, hypotheses, bunches, biases, and prejudice that we have accumulated through. Next in his article, he talks about the psychology of belief, and these are just some theories as to why people believe certain things. And in the intelligence of belief category, there's a few different studies done that show that increased IQ, people with higher IQ actually have less superstitions. And there's another study done that shows that people with increased critical thinking skills, they're less likely to believe in paranormal activity. And then there was another study done that showed that kids who have good classroom performances and good grades are less likely to believe in ESP and paranormal activities like that. He goes over each of these categories in depth, but I'm just kind of giving you some of the case studies and experiments that were done in these groups. Under gender and beliefs, they did some studies that showed that men and women are both superstitious and stuff like that, but men are more likely to believe in things like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and supposedly women are more likely to believe in paranormal activity, knocking on wood, and the fact that you shouldn't walk under ladders. Under the category of age and belief, there were studies that showed that older generations are more skeptical and that the younger, new generations are more superstitious and they're more likely to believe in things like the full moon effect. But I'm not sure how much I believe this, because my parents kind of talk about the full moon effect, and it says that usually people under the age of 30 believe this. My parents are older than 30, so I'm not sure how much I believe that. This next category is called influence and belief, and in this category he talks about how people are more easily influenced if they're in like a group setting, and why we are more influenced in a group setting. Like, why do we feel the need to get into groups, even if they believe in weird things, like even cults, like why people believe in cults. And he says that bonding together in closely knit groups was a common practice in our evolutionary history because it reduced risk and increased survival by bonding with others. I kind of thought that that was a cool theory, that we get into groups and bond with others because of evolutionary reasons. One of Michael's last topics and one of his last reasons is why he thinks that we believe certain things is because he thinks as humans we're very biased. And this theory, called the confirmation bias, states that we have the tendency to seek or interpret evidence favorable to already existing beliefs and to ignore or reinterpret evidence that is unfavorable to our already existing beliefs. I thought this was kind of a funny quote that says, when men wish to construct or support a theory, how they torture facts in their service. And this is just kind of talking about how people present data in a way that will favor what they want you to believe. And in this video that I'm about to show you, he kind of demonstrates the confirmation bias, and this is on that TED Talks website that I was talking about.
Supposedly, these messages are hidden in electronic phenomena. There's a reversespeech.com webpage in which I downloaded this stuff. Here is the forward. This is the most famous one of all of these. Here's the forward version of the very famous song. If there's a button in your hedgerow, don't be alone there. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Boy, can you just listen to that all day? All right, here it is backwards, and see if you can hear the hidden messages that are supposedly in there. What'd you get? Satan. Okay, well, at least we got Satan. Now I will prime your auditory part of your brain to tell you what you're supposed to hear, and then hear it again. You can't miss it when I tell you what's there.
That was kind of a example of his confirmation bias. Because he told us what to hear, we were able to hear it more easily. in conclusion to his whole article about why people believe different things, why smart people believe weird things, he says, smart people believe weird things because they are skilled at defending beliefs they arrived at for non-smart reasons. So basically what I think he was saying in this article is that smart people, even smart people, believe in super weird things. And it doesn't exactly have to deal with your intelligence level. I think it has to do a lot with your background, how you were raised, different things like that influence the different things that you believe. But like he was saying, smart people, which his definition of smart people, can usually defend their beliefs better so that more people believe in them. Anyways, that is my screencast. Hope you enjoyed it. And here are my references. Thank you.